Well, David, 2-2 draw away to Slough. Firstly, it was obviously a really strong performance, but you must be really frustrated to concede that goal right at the end there.
Yeah, pretty much summed it up, Joe. I think putting together over 90 minutes probably our best performance against a team that's a team and a place that's a really difficult place to come to, and you see where they are in the league and the record they had here up until 2 weeks ago, was it? And they lost the first game in a year, which is, you know, that speaks for itself on how difficult a place this is to come to and play. And I thought we did that very well tonight. It was from the first whistle we looked at it. We looked ready to compete. We looked ready for the ugly side of the game, and with the ball we was good tonight. And it's sort of like, Joe, you know, the performance sort of deserved more, and it is a frustrating one, especially after taking the lead so close to the end. You know, I think the boys are adamant that the centre forward's offside, and that wouldn't be the first goal that we've conceded from a corner where the man standing on Jono's offside as the ball goes in. It's difficult to tell from the side, but I think, you know, we'll have to have a look back.
Their first equaliser, do you put that down to just a great strike?
I do. I mean, you could be a little bit picky and you keep him off his right foot. There was 2 chances. Lenchi, he skipped inside Lenchi and Gio there, but you know, and then as you say, it's a hell of a strike after that. But you know, they're minor details, Joe, that, you know, maybe could stop that. You keep him on his weak foot and you don't let him that way. But those 2 boys were absolutely brilliant tonight. Matt Lench and Gio Rasulo were superb. That was Gio's best performance this season by a country mile. And Lenchi just carried on from where he left off on Saturday. He's going to be a hell of a player for us. He you know, he hasn't played football. I mean, he has, but for 2-3 months, he's been out from the start of the season, and he's had sort of a couple of 45s, a 60 and a 70 before Saturday. It's like poetry out there. You know, like I said, he just left off. He started where he left off Saturday. He was different class. That just the way he competes, Joe. I mean, I had the St Albans fans singing his name at the end, and he deserves that. He was, you know, I think he could become a bit of a cult hero here. He's that sort of character. He's got a personality, something we've lacked. He's a real winner, Joe, and you can see it in the performance. But you know, I think to a man tonight, I don't think we sort of. Yes, we've gained a point, but it feels in there like, you know, when you concede a late equaliser, it feels like a defeat. But it's trying to find that consistency. We've had great performances, Joe, and not got a lot this season. We have to, you know, tonight we had so many good situations that we just didn't quite get right, just through minor little details that, and we should be putting the game to bed. We're solid at the back again, like a lot of the other games, Joe, where, you know, we haven't been opened up. We haven't been. Teams have not dominated St Albans this season, but in minor details we concede silly goals, and the minor details are costing us the other end, where our domination in games should end up with goals and putting teams to bed. And tonight was a little bit like that.
Yeah, and well, I've just spoke to the chairman. He's really upbeat about the performance, and given the state of the season as well, like when you come away to, as you've touched on, Slough, they don't lose often at home. Would you have taken a point without knowing how the game was going to unfold before you got here, or was now the overriding feeling just frustration?
It's a difficult one to answer. I feel our team can beat every single team in this league. You wouldn't be a football manager if you don't go into games and win it. Look, listen, unless you're playing Barcelona or Real Madrid, or Man City in this country, you might take a point before the game. But at our level, Joe, we look to win every game of football. Today was no different. Of course, we know it's a difficult place to go. They're a really difficult team to face. They have some blistering pace in attack and some good forward players that I felt we kept very, very quiet tonight. Didn't quite get what we deserved. I think is well, you always get what you deserve, Joe. You always get what you deserve, but the performance deserved a little more.
Yeah. And reasons to be optimistic looking forward. We welcome back Romeo Akinola. Ben Smith came back on after time-out. Lewis Micho's been running. How far away is he?
Yeah, Lou's close. He actually trained for the first time last week. It was great. I feel he hasn't been able to help us at all this season. I can see the frustration in him. He's a really good player that now he's got to get back up to speed, which is not going to come easy because it's been a long spell out. But it's great to see him back on the pitch. As a footballer, you want to be involved and helping your team, and I suppose he's been a little bit helpless. And now we got him back, which is great.
And George Hoddle, I heard he's picked up a knock.
Yeah, I mean he's been into Cambridge yesterday. Obviously, why he came off on Saturday, he was hobbling. He went into a tackle and felt his knee a little bit. So I suppose Cambridge will see. He'll have a scan. He'll find out what it is. But we're waiting to hear the results.
Yeah, and just lastly, I've captured some absolute limbs behind our end. Is it easy to put performances in when you feel like you're playing at home, away?
It's another great support for St Albans. The away support, Joe. That's what I call it. St Albans away support is a different class, as good as anyone at this level. And tonight was no different. I just wished, that we could have had a proper celebration with them at the end after getting 3 points.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it because it was, as I say, a really good performance and a great following.
Thanks for your time, David.
No problem.